Oh, look, you're all here. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Psychic News Network. Let me grab my microphone. You'll be able to hear me better. So talk amongst yourselves. Hello, hello, hello. So sorry to keep you waiting. I'll be fashionably late like a celebrity. You have to wait. You have to wait for the show. All right, what's going on? How are you all doing? Rose is saying, go placidly through the noise and haste. Yeah, all right. You thought last week was crazy. wait till this week really gets rolling. You know, I keep on getting like little memories of things that I've said in the past that are happening, that are kind of repeating. In the sense, hang on, I just feel like I'm crooked. I'm not crooked. I'm not a crook. I was listening to Stephen Hassan today, and I feel like Spirit is really getting me back on the bandwagon of reminding people, like I have for years now, that we are in a psychological warfare. Yeah, the desiderata, right? Is that how you say that? Go placidly amongst the midst and haste, right? Amidst the haste, the noise and haste. So let's, yeah, that's what Nixon said. I'm not a crook. All right, let's rewind because I started kind of crazy. September 15th, 2025. Next week, well, this coming Sunday, next week we'll be feeling the solar eclipse, but building up to the solar eclipse in the sign of Virgo, we're going to feel that. So get ready to feel that. Rose is going on with is it the desiderata? For you are a child of the universe. We're all children of the universe. So I want to just sort of go back and remind us all of what we are really up against. Because it bears repeating, it's not talked about enough, and I was reminded when I got a message from somebody I hadn't seen in a long time, many years, out of the blue, kind of said that I'm probably not listening to guides that are from the light and blah blah blah. Full on MAGA. And the reason that doesn't set me off, it makes me feel sad that somebody's gone that far down the MAGA rabbit hole. It does not upset me in the sense that I don't take it personally, but the reason for that is because I've read Steve Hassan's books. I've been around this block before, personally. Not that I was in a cult, but somebody that I love was in a cult many years ago, once again. And for years now, I've been saying, even before most people were saying it, I'm not saying that I'm right, I'm just pointing something out that I think should have been common knowledge. Hillary knew it. You're Putin's puppet, she said to Dumpy during the debate in 2016. 16. All roads lead to Russia. Vladimir Putin is famously known for being KGB and having, I mean, you got to just realize how adept he is, how adept the Kremlin is at manipulating people's brains. And so I don't feel like the people that are all crazed right now, you know, like threatening violence on anybody who likes democracy, basically. I don't want any of us to really believe that they're in their right minds. And right now, this thing is hitting its peak. I want to encourage you to read The Cult of Trump by Stephen Hassan. He's from the Boston area. My family met him back in the 90s. And it's just like he knows because he was in a cult. And we know that Putin manipulates minds. We know that Lavrov and the other Russian dudes, ambassadors, whatever the hell their title is, always bragged about messing with Americans' minds and dividing us. They know how to divide us. They have been dividing us since Dumpy got onto the political platform, onto the scene. So I'm going to go on about this for a minute or two more because it's so freaking important. Subscribe to Stephen Hassan's channel, Hassan. From this point forward, we're going to talk about this a lot because with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, which is very suspicious, and we'll get into it to the degree that I feel comfortable. How many distractions have we had from the Epstein files? How many opportunities? I mean, I think as an exercise, we could all just sit down and make a list. How many names has Dumpy called anybody who supports and loves democracy? How many times have they pointed at the sane people and said, you are all our Satan worshippers, you know? How many times? Countless, you can't even count them. So getting a message like that from somebody I hadn't seen in a long time, saw a Facebook post in which I said that I had gone down to talk to the mayor about the flag being lowered, and I thought it was inappropriate, and I wasn't the only one that thought it was inappropriate, and I was having a fit, and it ruined my day, and it ruined several days when I kept seeing the flag lowered. Because part of this whole psychological operation is to attempt to brainwash the American people into thinking that Kirk was a hero and an advocate for, I don't know, like our country, and to get people's minds to be so screwed up. Tell me, anybody here, is anybody here feeling like their minds haven't been completely thrown into overwhelm and being all screwed up and all confused and all like you don't even know what planet you're on anymore and, you know, like all that? Yeah, we want the ballroom to be stopped from being built. That also is a distraction from the Epstein files. Putin needs Dumpy to help him to win the war on Ukraine and the rest of Europe. That's what Vlad needs. And I want to say something about my channel. I no longer fret about how low my number of views is because I feel like it gives me the freedom to talk about things. Yes, and he's hanging his face, Dumpy's face is hanging all over the federal buildings and all the things that are illegal and unbelievably like inappropriate. They're shoving in our faces. It's what did Steve Bannon say? Flood the zone, flood the zone, flood the zone, flood the zone. We tell the truth here. I tell the truth as I see it. I tell the truth as I feel it. And as I've trained myself for the past 3 decades to feel. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I feel. That we have reached the tipping point. And because we've reached the tipping point, we have to all really understand what's actually going on. No, your neighbors have not lost their minds. Your neighbors who are MAGA are under cult mind control. Count the good things. Like, I was walking by a vehicle the other day that I noticed it had a Trump Vance sign bumper sticker on it. And the other day I noticed it had been, they were trying to rip it off. They're weakening, so they needed to amp it up with amping up this assassination. And oh, by the way, getting back to the flags went up again today. More on that later. I was so glad to see that. So let's just keep talking about that. We're at a peak now. We're at a tipping point, and the tipping point has to be, and we need to do everything in our power to make our tipping point this. We flood the zone with the truth because the mainstream media is complicit. MSNBC has its shining stars, but for the most part, mainstream media is complicit. I feel as though the MAGAs have a shock coming to them, and it's not another assassination, but I feel like, I don't know what it is exactly, but the MAGAs have a big shock coming to them in the form of some kind of a wake-up call. Whether we're going to be also experience the shock wake-up call, I'll read on that right now. And I just feel this huge deluge of regret. I feel the people that have been in MAGA, all of a sudden, I don't know why it feels like a wave, but all of a sudden having a wave of regret. MAGA is still just waiting for someone on the left to do something stupid, which is why we have to maintain a high vibration. I talked a lot about this at Church of Spirituality yesterday, so please watch Church of Spirituality. We continue to pray for that church to grow. We need spiritual reinforcement right now. This is not about God and dogma and all that. It is not about that at all. And I know, and I've observed that humans don't generally gravitate towards the good. I know, it's unbelievable. But humans don't normally gravitate towards what's good. Until we're desperate, right? And I don't know why that is, except that I think our survival brains just go for wherever the negative and the bad and the what we need to avoid to survive. You know, we're more alert to that. But I just want to tell you tonight, September 15th, 2025, I give you my word, I'm 100% committed to enlightening as many people that I can to the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Because it is the truth that will set us free. And I'm 100% committed to keeping the vibration on my channel as high as possible. So any one of you who want me to be part of your experience through all this, most of it is free. I only monetize because I have to. Church of Spirituality has no commercials at all because I think that's tacky. But I hate commercials, but I monetize because I have to in order to pay the rent. For some reason, people don't seem to want readings, but you know, I continue to ask you to get readings. It helps me, and it will help you mostly. How accurate is my impression that the MAGAs are going to experience a wake-up call on a scale of 1 to 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 8. Okay, 8 on a scale of 1 to 10. Now, for some reason, my mind keeps going to some. Are they having a big gathering for Kirk, like at an NFL stadium or something? They're really trying to like ramp it up. The reason Rose is saying Joy Reid did a great show about it. Why is MAGA so angry when they are getting everything they want? I just explained it. And I'm surprised she doesn't know. I really am. I'm surprised she doesn't know. I'm surprised that we're not all talking about what do we do about this cult. This is what the Taliban is, right? This is the religious. Come on, we all know that, right? Extremism. But I do feel that they're going to have a wake-up call. I'm not sure what it is. I'm going to look at the cards about that right now. So thank you so much for being here. Know that I do an Off the Ledge every day. See, unless people watch that, unless people watch Church of Spirituality. But if we want to have our armor on to combat this evil, then we really need to partake. If it's my channel, great. If it's, something else, great. But spiritually reinforce. And know that them having an NFL stadium gathering for that evil person, I mean, I don't want people to be assassinated. And the separate topic is he was promoting hate. Rose is saying Off the Ledge is really great this morning. So I'm pulling 3 cards about what is this that I'm picking up on the massive wake-up call. The reason that they're doing that at the stadium is to get us all upset. Thank you, Dale. I do my best. Remember, if it upsets you and it feels like a punch to the gut, it's deliberate. And that's when we have to reel ourselves in and understand that we're being had, that we're being played. The funeral's on the 24th, Daniel's saying. Don't let it upset you. They have to wake up on their own. And one thing that Steve Hassan says too, the cult expert, is that there are so many more of us than there are of them. I have the Justice card. So my question is, what is this big wave of wake-up call that I'm picking up on that the MAGAs will all experience it, but to them it will be shocking? Queen of Pentacles. So I have the Justice card. Something about justice. We'll do some pendulum dowsing to see. They will be looking at what, I don't know why I'm associating it with the Charlie Kirk memorial at the stadium. Maybe it's just my mental image of them all together. Justice. The 5 of Cups, having to cut their losses and salvage what they can. This is about MAGAs waking up, having a massive wake-up call. Let me ask the pendulum. Time frame for this big wave of a wake-up call. Is the time frame, is it this week? Is it next week? And that's when you're saying the service is at the NFL stadium. Yeah, James Comey's daughter is suing the feds for wrongful termination. And that needs to continue. The fighting back, the pushing back, the fighting back, the pushing back. Just know that doing whatever you can to fight back and push back goes a long way. I was on the phone with Kathy Beal today, telling her about how much I'm fighting right now for, different things. And it doesn't end. And I have that luxury because barely anybody ever books a reading. It's a little tense, but I'm good. I'll figure it out. I'd rather be saving our country than be worried about other things. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, what I see is the MAGA wake-up call is when justice comes knocking, and they have to cut their losses and realize they've been had. And the Queen of Pentacles indicates something really big comes out. I'm wondering, because it's the Queen of Pentacles, I'm wondering if it has something to do with the Epstein victims releasing a list. No, it's not that. Does it have to do with Dumpy being held accountable, since I have the Justice card? Does it have to be, it doesn't have to do with that either. Okay. Are you all following me what I'm talking about? Where I sent a really strong MAGA makeup call, wake up call, makeup call. That's interesting. Little slip there. Maybe it's a makeup call, which would make sense. Because the thing about being in a cult is something shocking happens, and that always wakes people up. Not everybody escapes the cult. Like, they didn't escape the Jim Jones cult. Is what happens to the MAGA followers going to be some kind of a calamity? Kind of, sort of. That would be in the Barbara's saying, will there be another assassination? That kind of falls into the category of calamity. Is there another assassination in the works being planned? I have a yes on that. I'm not going to go too far down that rabbit hole, but we'll just Lisa's saying no, need more help. What do you need help with? You okay? We're here to help. Please make sure you hit the thumbs up so we can do a much needed group hug, because we need 200. That's our little game that we play. I had another game in mind for us tonight. I forget what it was. Something about how many times Trump has said Democrat hoax or something. The 3 women voted for releasing the Epstein files. Now they are being threatened. Okay, I'm going to rewind. Being threatened is the name of the game. I saw a video about Seth Moulton. I talk frequently about how I called Seth Moulton's office, and I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole about a potential another assassination. Just as far as the MAGAs having a wake-up call. I could not believe that somebody had a video, it might have been Really American, but don't quote me on that, a political channel that played the death threats that Seth Moulton, right here in Salem, was receiving. Heinous. Terrifying. And we have to just understand that until we bowl this evil over with all the love that we can muster, because love is the answer, energetically, we just have to know that that's how they're trying to weaken our good people. Oh, by the way, after Church of Spirituality, I mentioned at the end that I watch I often watch Michael Beckwith's Agape. He has a church in LA called Agape. And Michael Beckwith, if you can cue it up, yesterday's service to his sermon, really good. Really good and really helpful. And I also posted on my community page a Wayne Dyer talk that I thought was really helpful. In fact, I queued it up a little bit. Hang on a second. We might need this. It doesn't look like we have any dad jokes at the present moment. But talk amongst yourselves. I just want to find this real quick because I think it will help. Here we go. We need to listen to really inspiring things. So let me just play this for you.
End of the day, right out of the Tao. Oh, we did that ourselves. We did it ourselves. In the Tao, it says there's a time for everything. and everything in its time. There's a time for everything. Listen to this. There's a time for being ahead and a time for being at peace. There's a time for being in motion and a time for being at rest. There's a time for being vigorous and a time for being exhausted. And in the Bible, to everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under the sun. I practice, this was so helpful to me, particularly as I do my yoga practice. In my yoga practice, there are some very exhausting postures. I do this Bikram hot.
Hang on. Bear with me.
Al Gore. He was. This is verse 39.
A time for dad jokes.
When man interferes with the Tao, the sky becomes filthy, the earth becomes depleted, the equilibrium crumbles, creatures become extinct, therefore nobility is rooted in humility. Finally, I'd like to say to you, in understanding this idea of the Tao, is to take time yourself for being in nature. Take an hour a day. Every day of your life, take an hour a day, no matter how busy you are, no matter what scheduling that you have, to get out in nature. Walk barefoot on the grass. Walk bare. It's one of the great ways to overcome an inability to sleep at night. Just go out when you can't sleep and just walk on the grass, walk on the earth, and reconnect yourself. Now, go out and be with the tree and look at what you can learn from nature. Look at these trees. Look at these animals. You can study. Look at that. You can study a flower like that is so magnificent as it's unfolding. That's an actual photograph of this thing.
So I just wanted to play for you that, because what we're in right now is the opposite of what we want. What we're in right now is an extreme imbalance. And a big part of it is there's no humility out there. There's no humility with MAGA. There's no humility in our leadership. And we need to do the love thing to bring it back. 3 cards about Dumpy. Listen to Wayne Dyer. I played that for you so that you may be inspired to go listen to spiritual inspiration. At the start of the year when he got inaugurated, we did a lot of that. So I just want to reintroduce that tool. Walk barefoot on the ground. How's Dumpy doing right now? This is the 8 of Swords. Desperate. I really get that he's being found out. I really get that the whole story about what happened to Kirk is falling apart. Their whole plan to turn the Kirk assassination into a civil war is falling flat. Nobody's buying it. Maybe some of the MAGAs are buying it, but nobody's buying it. The 6 of Swords, yeah. It's kind of connected to January 6th. The Knight of Pentacles. He's being found out. Dumpy is being found out. So I know it's taken time, but he's being found out. There will be a big reveal. I promise you, there will be. And we've got to keep our eye on the prize that we save our country. There's never been a time in America that we had to really beat fascism. But here we are. And we have to play the hand we're dealt. I think every day I think about Ukraine and I think about Gaza and I think about, but for the grace of God, right? We need to help those people. The tide is turning. Let's pull 3 cards about Stephen Miller. And we have to save our planet. Their plans for our planet are just to destroy it. Let's be honest. Stephen Miller. Sword of Truth is coming to reveal his connections to the demonic. Sword of Truth. That's not the first time I've gotten the Sword of Truth about Stephen Miller. And this is the Three of Pentacles. I continually get, he will be cited for international crimes against humanity. All right, hang on a second. Darren, did you just show up? Because I just went on this long screed about they're in a cult. You're saying you don't get it. Oh, what would I do without my fake beer? It's so good. I do have tea leaves tonight. So stick around for the tea leaves. Don't leave early or anything. Thomas isn't in the house. If someone wants to throw up a dad joke, it's got to be good. It's hard to follow Thomas. 3 cards about their plans for turning this country into a violent nation. It's like, you know, we could have had Kamala. What do you call fake spaghetti? Daniels. An imposter. That's pretty good. That's a good dad joke. I like it. Nice. How's their plan for violence going to go? I'll repost the interview that I heard with Steve Hassan. I'll repost that on my community page. He does have his own channel and he has a Substack. I'm going to start expanding what I do. And I got to figure out how to make videos on Substack. But I'll be doing that. So their plans for violence. I have the Eight of Swords again. This is the prison card. This is the being held in captivity prison card. What's going to be found out? You know what? It's really weird, but I keep on picking up that something smacks the Magas right upside the head in terms of having, you know, the truth revealed to them. Metaphorically speaking. Kathy's saying she can't hit the thumbs up on my channel. I don't take it personally anymore, but it's the thought that counts. Yeah, as far as their plans for violence, this is just as locking them up. Yeah, the one with Lev Parnas, that's the interview with Steve Hassan. Oh, I got a fruit fly. Where'd you come from? You imposter? The Three of Pentacles indicates there are plans against them inciting violence. Now, let me remind you all, I've said it frequently. There have been experiments done that when a group of like 1,000 people meditated in a major metropolitan area that had a lot of crime, scientific studies showed the data that the crime level dropped significantly. Oh, is Thomas here? I see you saying, oh my God, Thomas. All right. Go away. I have a fruit fly. I have a fruit fly. All right. 3 cards about Pam Blondie. Oh, no. Before we do Pam Blondie, what I want to do is ask about Kash Patel, because last week I got that he was going to resign. How's he doing? When I tune into him, I just see oh my gosh, I don't know if they're having physical, like, fist fights, but it feels like it. It feels like it. And not for anything, but these people are so racist. And I think Kash Patel is Indian. So his name is Indian. I'm just mentioning that they're so racist that I don't think Kash Patel, if he's screwing up like he screwed up bad. His days are definitely numbered. Has he been fired already? I get that he's stepping down. The fool. Kash Patel is going to be revealed for the fool that he is. The strength of the case against him and the burden that he's under. He's done. He's out of here. He's out of here. You fell off a ladder, Thomas. Everyone send Thomas some Reiki. Heal, heal, heal. You okay? said, you might want to go to a chiropractor tomorrow. Really, I'm serious about that. Just to readjust everything so nothing gets, really off balance. It's just my psychic impression. Yeah, it looks like Cash Patel's done. The fool. Boy, did he botch this. And he fired somebody who was really very, very astute and great at her job on the at the FBI. I think in Utah. Yeah. Thomas, your friends here are saying you're invincible. It's all the dad jokes. Yeah, it doesn't look good for Cash. All right, everyone promise me that you're not going to put your head so far into the news that you lose your perspective on life. Rose, say something positive to Thomas. She's sharing how badly a person was hurt when they fell off a ladder. Okay. I'm going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to ask a question. I don't really feel Kathy and I spoke about this today. We need psychic astrologer friends. Like we call each other for support. It's really important. And I had already picked up on this, but she said that she thinks that Kamala is going to postpone her book tour. And initially, I kind of saw that if she wasn't able to do her book tour, that she would do it virtually. Her talk. Is Kamala's book tour? Is this right currently? Are they planning to delay it? It's still up in the air. When I asked before, I did get that it was still up in the air too. Kamala 1. Oh yeah, by the way, I appear to be caught up on my Kamala 1 mug shipping, but if you're awaiting a Kamala 1 mug, I probably missed you. Be honest. If you paid for a Kamala 1 mug and you did not receive it, please reach out to me. But they're available on my website, psychicannetdion.com. This is a great mug. Winter's coming. It fits almost an entire cup of coffee. It's really an awesome mug. So, let's put that back here. Check it out. Okay, so. Yeah, Cash Patel is done. And Kamala, I feel like Kamala is going to postpone, and right now it's up in the air. So let's pull 3 cards about that. Remind me of tea leaves to read. I'm going to read tea leaves. Thomas is preparing us. He will do a dad joke. You don't have to. We don't want you to work too hard. You're not getting paid. No, I didn't know. Okay, what? No, they came up undecided thus far. The question was, is she going to postpone her book tour? And now Mary's saying maybe she has been threatened. I don't know. Is it me? Everybody's being threatened. This has been going on for a long time. It's like I heard AOC talking about this like a couple of years ago. Threats after threats after threats after threats after threats. It's a Russian psyop. I mean, I'm just laughing because it's just obvious. I'm reading about Kamala's book tour. The star indicates this is good for her and for the United States. They're lining it up, but it's not definite yet. She needs more security. And nobody's really feeling secure right now. Nobody's really feeling secure right now. Butterfly, send me an email, annettedion7@gmail.com. I might have missed your order. They're lining it up. I do see a delay in her book tour. Just keep saying the prayer of protection. I do see people ready to protect her, but I see a little bit of a delay. If we never talk or hear about Russia again, it will be too soon. Well, it's like ignoring the elephant in the room, Electrostorm. That's like saying, if we never talk about Dumpy again. Kind of impossible. My oh my, where is the time going? Seriously, if you ordered a mug a few weeks ago, definitely email me. I don't have any help. I don't know if you guys have noticed. I'm a one-woman show here. It's a lot. So it's my fault. Electrostorm is saying, I am so over Putin and Russia. Oh, no, we're not. We like this. We're having a great time. We want more Putin in Russia. Bring it on. Yes, I'm being a smart ass. I'm sure that we all want to get back to our lives. All right, 3 cards about this fascist regime is pulling all kinds of crap right now. Let's pull 3 cards about our democracy. Actually, I'm going to use a different deck. I'm going to use the Heaven and Earth deck. What I'm going to ask about is we the people. See, right now what we need is lots and lots and lots of miracles. But we got to believe in them first. Did Thomas just tell a dad joke? Did I miss it? I think I need to read it. I don't mean to brag, but they put me in charge of the clamps after just one day working at the hardware store. I'm already the vice president. Thanks for making the effort. I'm serious about going to a chiropractor. It could prevent problems later. I'm going to pull 3 cards about our democracy that we love. And really, you know, with the assassination that happened last week, we can look at the fact that, like I said last week, the shooter turned himself in as a really, really good thing. And that the shooter wasn't a leftist, extremist, liberal. What is it? Dumpy has so many names for normal people that are just heinous. And they really can't point to anything. We can point to an infinite number of horrible things that the MAGAs have said. Charlie Kirk would be saying that Joe Biden needed to be assassinated. Charlie Kirk would say things like children should go hungry. I mean, and I think they really can't point to anything to make the case that the Democrats are violent. They tried that during the January 6th impeachment. Remember that? I mentioned that the other day. They literally were saying during the January 6th impeachment hearings that, well, the Democrats, they say the word fight. Is it just me? The Democrats say the word fight. They're so violent. The Democrats called Trump a Nazi. They're so violent. The Democrats called Trump a fascist. Oh, they're so violent. Look up fascist in the dictionary. The Democrats in the face of this. Journey away from difficulty. A lot of difficulty. The 6 of Pentacles coming together, like a family comes together. And the Queen of Cups. There she is again. She's come up for the second time. I think I see people talking about how lovely it would be to have Kamala. Let's check. Thank you guys for being here. Are we up to 200 thumbs up? Are we going to hear more talk about Kamala being president? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like this pendulum. It's not really a pendulum, but it works really well. By the way, it looks like I hid somebody by accident. It was not on purpose. Sometimes that happens. I gotta figure out how to work this thing. So promise me when you think about a MAGA that you do your very best to understand that their minds have been controlled. And I really want everyone to understand that. There's very few people that were just horrible, horrible, and violent at the start. Let's pull 3 cards on MAGA Mike. Let's pull 3 cards on the Epstein files. I meant to do that yesterday when I did a psychic on the rocks, and then I kind of went off on to reading about something else. Let's read on the Epstein files. We're up to 222 in the room. And I see that you guys are talking about the shooter's roommate turning into a woman. And you know what? Just to vent. What the hell does that have to do with anything, right? They keep making a big issue out of, oh, his roommate was trans. First of all, let's ask. Is Tyler Robinson's roommate trans? No. It's not like trans people are like a very much of a percentage of the population. I think it's like 0.1. The Epstein files. What's going to happen? Right? Nothing to do like, and that's why this is not sustainable. Oh, but his roommate was trans. First of all, the pendulum says there's no trans roommate. Second of all, let's really just kind of rewind and go, what the hell does that have to do with anything? What the hell does that have to do with Tyler being an assassin? Right? Totally separate topic, even if it were true. The Epstein files. Oh, we're getting close to 200 thumbs up. Alert me when we're there because I can't see when I'm on StreamYard, which I have been using on a regular basis because the letters are going the right way. The Epstein files, Sword of Truth. I want y'all to feel hopeful because I keep pulling the Sword of Truth and this has been going on for days now. The roommate is cooperating with the authorities. Yeah. Trans or not. It's just... The reason I said to go to the Agape, AGAPE church. It's a church. It's a spiritual church like mine. With Michael Beckwith and listen to his sermon because he talks about we are living in an insane world. It's insane. That needs to be just our blanket assumption. Assume everything's insane. Dad joke, I dropped my keyboard, I lost control, and there is no escape. Thomas, you can't be hurt that bad if you're putting up dad jokes. Or if you are, you're really a saint. You're the saint of dad jokes. Did we pass the number of thumbs up we need? I'm reading on the Epstein files, Sword of Truth. 2 of Wands. They're just kind of waiting. I know we hate that word. We hate waiting and patience. Knight of Cups. Whistleblowers, things coming out. I get the sense of trying to keep I don't know, like a jack in the box, right? It's going to come up. Excuse me. Okay. Hug time. Is it hug time? We made it? Thank you for hitting the thumbs up. We have some time left, but let's do a group hug before we ask a couple more really important questions. And we have tea leaves. Okay, so let's do this. This is really important. Let's do a group hug. And in this group hug, we're going to hold the intention that the evil and the violence, the violence that's being threatened, just like a firework, it's a dud. It just fizzles out. Okay? I can't read the tea leaves and do a group hug at the same time, Gloria. And all the people that are terrified of I heard that ice was in this area recently. All the people that are terrified, all the people that are being detained, let's keep in our intention the ice is falling apart, that this is all falling apart. And let's hug everybody who's struggling. 1, 2, 3. And hug each other. The hatred and the violence disassembles completely. All the plans, they can't take hold. There's too much love. Ice disintegrates and falls apart. This whole thing falls apart. Let's lift up all those who are suffering. Let's hug each other virtually. This hug is real. Thank you. And then just know that we stay bonded. We stay energetically bonded through these hugs. Let's read on the, I don't know why, I want to read on Maga Mike. Thank you, Darren, for putting my info up to donate. My P.O. box is there. We're reading on the war, or reading on Pootie. Yes, it was great. Stephen Colbert won an Emmy last night, and you know, look at all the support he has. Think about all the support that Kamala had on the campaign trail. This is like a cancer. It's like a malignant cancer, and we can't let it win. The war. Ace of Wands, secrets. I feel NATO having boots on the ground in Ukraine. I feel NATO having boots on the ground. I mean, we can't have World War III. Thomas, be well. We'll send you healing vibes. You'll see it'll be like magic. You'll get up in the morning, you'll have no pain. Take some arnica. We love you lots. Is NATO planning to have boots on the ground? I have a yes. Yeah. Is it going to happen this coming week? No, not this week. Is NATO going to have boots on the ground next week? Undecided. Let's just keep praying for peace. But the Ace of Wands and the High Priestess, yeah, the communication is out there, but Putin is trying to hide the information about how the war is going. He's really trying to hide. Thomas, I'm telling you, this is a powerful group. We'll send you healing vibes and you're going to feel great. This happens at Church of Spirituality too. It's like people get prayed for and they get all better. It's incredible. Like, I didn't read on Maga Mike. I meant to read on Maga Mike. Let's ask this. Will Maga Mike be retaining his position? It's uncertain. Okay. Are they going to make the government shut down? Are they going to make the government shut down? I have a no. Let's read on Maga Mike. Your favorite darkness, that's an interesting handle, is sending Thomas Kamala 1 vibes. Those are happy vibes. Oh, tea leaves. MAGA Mike. Did you notice I have fall leaves? Kind of fall leaves. It's getting to be that time of year. Raising the vibration so they're ineffective. Yes, that's what we're doing, Deborah. I like that visualization. And we did a great one last Thursday. Make sure you mark your calendar. Thursday night, we do a guided meditation for Healed America. MAGA Mike is being outed in more ways than one. He's in a really precarious position because there's so much not going right for him. But he is going to continue to do nefarious things. The Five of Cups, he's kind of slipping. MAGA Mike is slipping. There are a lot of reporters that have come up with, information leading up to now that really puts MAGA Mike's feet to the fire. I don't think this whole Epstein thing bodes well for him. Is the Epstein situation going to end MAGA Mike's reign? I have a yes. I have a yes. Mary lives close by. She's yes, Salem during October. I'm already planning to take the train in. Yes, last week's meditation was great. We do so much on this channel from an energy level. There's so much that you can do to strengthen your energy. Okay. Tea leaves. You're welcome, Maria, for everything I do. It's all out of the love of my heart. You guys keep me going. You do. And I want to just emphasize how important it is for us to meet 3 times a week here live. It's really important. We have to keep the energy going. I wanted to mention about the flag that was lowered being raised today. I don't know if that was because I went and put up a fuss, but it might have been. I have a vision that all the people of the United States that want this gun violence to end, I was telling Kathy this earlier. I had a vision in my meditation that that the gun violence issue, I just felt that all the American people, like, I don't know if it was symbolic, just marching like that scene in Les Miserables. When they're singing the song, can you hear the people sing? I just feel this massive amount of energy just going, just like we've had it. We are out. We're ousting you. Imagine it. Darren saying Off the Ledge is very helpful. Seriously, yes. Let's talk people into watching Off the Ledge. I pre-record that in the morning and I upload it. And speaking of that, if you're a member, and I'll do my best to make sure the join button is there. If you don't find it, go to a different video. It should be there. Session 2 of How to Read Tarot is available to all members. I recorded session 2 today. I'm doing it once a week. I record it and upload it so you can learn how to read tarot from a professional. Yes, we've reached the boiling point for sure. So, let's take a look at, I need my little magic wand. Yeah, Les Miserables, right? Just keep singing it. Go listen to Hamilton. Listen to Hamilton and sing all that. Oh, I heard Hamilton's coming to Boston. I gotta see if I can get tickets. Okay. Rose watched Off the Ledge before I came on. Cool. Huh, this is interesting. This is definitely, this is a rocket. This is something being fired, and this is in the position of Venus. That's some kind of missile being fired. There's a cat in the heart section. This looks like an alien. Oh, the tarot lesson you watched. Oh, good, you're good. I hope you liked it. I don't know how it came up. My granddaughter sings Hamilton soundtrack at the bus stop every morning. That's great. You gotta love that younger generation. Remember last week I was talking about War of the Worlds? That's what that looks like to me. It looks like the tripod alien machine. Anyway, I'm just kidding. That's not what I'm seeing. I mean, that's not what it means. What I see here is this has to do with NATO. This has to do, and so it kind of is a War of the Worlds, right? Oh, I didn't say that Kamala is definitely rescheduling her tour. Electrostorm is commenting on that. It's not for certain yet. Okay, so this looks like NATO moving in. And I kind of feel I kind of feel Putin cornered. I really do. I know that we've heard so many hopeful stories that don't seem like they're happening. But this looks like a rat pushing him out. See, that looks like a person hunched over with a walking stick. And this is right under Saturn. So remember how I was saying, like, it looks like War of the Worlds, and I'm associating this with NATO, and then they're pushing out this person who's just kind of lame and hobbling. And the middle looks like a wolf holding someone down. Yeah, there's definitely a feeling here of being suppressed. So I think that's about NATO, like pushing. It looks like an animal pushing this person out, and it looks like they're holding like a walking stick. And this it's hard to tell what that is. It looks like a building. So I do feel that we're going to see a cat indicates like wisdom and an inner knowing. The triangle thing looks like the stealth jet. Yeah, that's what this is right here. What's interesting is that it's in the Venus part of the cup. So I'm going to ask Kathy about what's going on with Venus. I think she said something about that. Yeah. Okay. Some of your chats are being hidden. I don't know why. I hope you don't take it personally. I don't know why. The animal on top looks like a whale. You think sonar is involved? Yeah. Yeah, this definitely is a massive push against Putin. So we shall see what happens there. Yeah. Whale is a positive symbol, and that would sonar, that makes sense. All right, you guys need anything else from me? Or am I excused? Yes, the animal is pushing. There was a lot of energy in the cup about somebody being pushed out of the way. That's Pootie. That's Pootie being pushed. Do you need anything else from me? Am I excused? I love you guys so much. So tomorrow, on Tuesdays, we don't have a PNN, but I will do a pop-up. As long as the weather's nice, I'll do one from outside. Off the Ledge is daily. Take the time to watch Church of Spirituality. It will uplift you and inspire you, I promise. Any Thursday videos that are under the videos, that's a guided meditation for Healed America. We need to use the energetic tools that we have. Really, we do. I mean, this is the time for that. We need to push this, past the tipping point. MAGA's weakening, pretending that they're strong. All right. I love you lots. Thumbs up, join, subscribe. See you soon. Namaste. Book a reading, psychicnetdion.com. Help me out, and I'll help you out.